What's up, guys? How's it going? I'm about to do some colors on this Harley Quinn sketch cover that was signed by Christina Ricci. So this was given to me by my friend Josh Titillo, and he wanted me to do some sketching on it. And so I already got the pencils and inks done. Here's my eraser. I just erased all the pencil. I'm about to do some colors, so I'm gonna go over my process and you can watch me color this. But it is a hot day here where I'm from in San Diego. Hope it's nice where you're at. But man, it is hot today. So I got a photo reference of Christina Ricci. Got the face as well as I could. I erased the pencil lines that I had on there, and that kind of like gave it more, made it look a little more like her. So what I did is I took a picture of it for myself for reference, so when I go back in, I'll, oop, you know what, I didn't take it on this phone. But here's the shot I used of her face, and kind of use that to get the look I wanted for her. She's changed a lot since she was a kid, but hopefully I could do it justice here. And I'm going to keep the Harley Quinn Suicide Squad color scheme, and her face is going to be kind of pale, but I can still use the marker to create some of the dimension of her face and kind of do my best to make it look like Christina Ricci. So here we go. I will set that over here so I can check on it periodically. Nice, you know, she's still got the red lipstick going on, so that'll be good for Harley here. So let's get going. I'm going to start with red. And what I do typically is I'll start with, you know, like the base color. If I want to leave some highlights, I'll leave some white. But basically I'll start with the base color and just drop it in there. Usually what I do is I leave too much white. So I'm trying to get away from that and kind of not be afraid to just go in and drop all the color in there. And then if I want to do some white highlights on the back end, I could just throw in some white out or something. So that's always an option. And that. This is all going to be red as well. So this is the brightest white I have. I work from light to dark when I color. So I'll do the lightest first, and then I'll go in with some darker red and stuff. And then again, I just keep in mind, like, okay, do I want some highlights peeking through? Do I want to leave a little white? If I want to, I can. And that always leaves room too if I want to throw in some another color for highlight with red. And this is a Copic, what color is it? R29 lipstick red. Oh, look at that. Perfect. So I have that one for highlights. Oh, hold on. Let me set up my chair over here. If I get my chair over here, I can set up my markers, and that'll make it easy for me. Get that nice and lit there. A good red highlight is peach. I typically use Prismacolors just because they're cheaper, and I'm a cheap skate, so I could go like that, and boom, got a cool little highlight. You could also use orange, depending on how you want to go. But I could throw that on there. See how that creates a nice little highlight? Alright. And then as far as the darker red, I have crimson red. You know, this will add a little darkness to it, but not too much.
They're not going to go in the pool.
They're not going to go in the pool, buddy?
No.
Okay, well, what do you want me to do?
I don't know.
You want me to tell them to go in the pool?
Yeah.
Okay, well, buddy, I can't tell them what to do like that, okay? What did Mom say? Does Mom want them to go in the pool?
I don't know. Mom?
Alright, cool. Go talk to Mommy. Daddy's on I'm recording a video right now. Ah, my wonderful children. Parenting never stops. All right. All right. Let me go back into my bright red. Use the chisel side so I can get some bigger areas. I like how they give you the option with the chisel end, and then also some of them have a brush. The Prismacolor ones I use, I don't have the brush end. I have the, it's just like a tip. This one is the brush and chisel combination, but typically I use this, just preference. But this has got just a nib like that, and then the other end is a big chisel. So just what I use, just so you know. Another way to add some darkness and shadow area in red. This is probably my favorite color right here. This works with so many things, with shadows and everything, but it's blue slate. If you can see that, it's blue slate. And this adds a great shadowy effect on so many, just by itself or with other colors. It blends in nicely. So I use this. This is probably my most used color right here. Let me see what color. Okay, so this is in Harley's hair. She's got the blue going on here, so I could kind of show you here and throw that in there. Add all my shadow back here with this blue. But it's like a, you know, a dull kind of blue, but it's perfect for shadows and all that good stuff. Alright, so there's that. That's all I'm going to do for now on that one. I'll probably use it, actually, I'm going to use it on the shadow of her legs, down here. There's some blue on her sleeve over here. And I have a picture open on my computer screen that I'm looking at for reference as well for Harley and her color scheme from the Suicide Squad. So I got that. I could hear my wife running around the house calling after my kids. That's wonderful. Alright, let me move on to her face. I have a bunch of colors that I just bought. A whole bunch of different colors of peaches and reds and roses. That'll be perfect for her color of her face and skin tone. So I will bust them out in a second. But I will show you this. I bought them specifically for this sketch cover that I just recently finished. This is a Venomverse Batman Who Laughs and Wolverine that I recently finished, and it came out pretty cool. I'm excited about it and happy with it. So, and I needed a lot more colors for the mouth. I only had a few reds, so I had to go out and buy some colors to work on that. So there's that I just did. Alright, so I can't show you the picture I took beforehand of the pencils because it's on this phone that I'm using to record. So what am I going to do about that? Basically I just took it so that way I could see where I did the shading and everything, but I could just use this picture here because this is what I used and kind of went off that as far as the shadows of her face and all that good stuff. So I'm going to do my best and get my best Christina Ricci likeness going. Alright. So, now Harley Quinn's face is very pale. They went with a very, you know, like pale makeup on her face. So, I'm probably going to want to use cool grays on her face. That's what I'm thinking. So, I have cool grays over here. I will start out with a 30, cool gray 30, and I'll add the shadows of her face. So I'm going to do that. the shadow. And then it also comes down here a little bit. And I'm just going to do the harder shadows of her face first, and then I could always build from there. I don't want to go too dark, because then if I go too dark, then I can't go back, but I can always build up the colors that I want. So, excuse me, it's best to go light and then build up. But if you're really comfortable and you really know your tools that you're using, go for it. And that's one of the things with, you know, coloring. You kind of learn your colors, you learn what works well, you learn, you know, what two colors I could use to get this effect that I want, and all that good stuff. So, know your instruments and work with what you're comfortable with. Oh yeah, and then I gotta remember, Harley has those streaks of color coming down her face as well. So, gotta do those. She's got like a hard shadow on her nose. I gotta keep in mind my light source though, because I'm kind of reversing this, and the light isn't exactly the same, but it might help make it look more like her if I add a shadow here. And I did actually add a shadow in the pencils. Gosh, I wish I could look at that right now. I did not think that through all the way. Alright, well. Let's see here, I'm going to add some shadow on her hair. Some shadow up there. A little shadow here. And I don't know if I want to do a line right there, because once I do it I can't go back. So what I'll do is I'll do a lighter. This is 30 I was using, I'll do 20, and I'll just add some shadow there, and some more here in her mouth area. Some here. And Christina Ricci's eyes are very, like, pronounced. Like with the shadowing above and below. But I do want to do the streaks on the side, so I'm going to do dark to light and like kind of fade it. So let's do red first. This is the red side. So I'll do some streaks here. Let me get a good reference of our eyes. Okay. So, depends on how crazy I want to get, but it's kind of pinkish too. So let me get my pink. Actually, this is pink. I have a few different colors I can choose from on this, but this is pink. Pink rose. Okay. Alright, over here my new colors. I got I have a deco pink, which is very light, so I could throw that on there. That'll be a good gradient. Alright, that's that. Christina Ricci's eyes are brown, dark brown. So I'm going to go add that in there. Dark brown. Boom. Okay. What else? Teeth. Teeth, I'm going to use cool gray, or I might use that blue slate again. Let me see here. Just a little dot right there. Okay. The teeth, I never want to get too pronounced. You know, to me, I always, if I start to make the teeth look pronounced, then it just kind of like, it's like, whoa, what's going on? It just looks like way too overdone. So I kind of like to leave them nice and light, and you know, try not to mess with them too much. But all right. Add some of the chin a little bit. Okay, and then this was 10% cool gray. And yeah, okay. Alright, for the eyes, I did the dark brown. The next step down I could go is like a burnt sienna, which I think I'll do. I'll use this one. I know this one's pretty dark. This is a touch marker. And I'm going to use that one. No, it's dark. Okay, got that. Let me go light. And I will use this one. It's walnut. Again, a brush. And I want to kind of match the highlight inner eye on both sides. That helps the eyes look balanced. If one of the whites or the highlight in the eye is sorry, children crying. Squirrel. If the highlights in the eyes are a little off, that can make your eyes look unbalanced. This is a little unbalanced, but nothing I can't live with. If I mess it up too much, I can just go in with some white out later on. But yeah, but that's one thing that can throw your eyes off as an artist. Okay, that's that. Got my Deco Pink in my hand. Can I do anything with that? I'll start adding the blue on the other side, balance that out a bit. Got my blue slate. Oh no, this is cloud blue. This is a new color I bought. This is cloud blue. It's a little lighter than the blue slate, so I will throw that on there. Alright, so it's just a little lighter than the blue slate, so I'll go ahead and throw that over here too. Sorry, it's shaking a little bit. Alright, now, Harley's hair, I'm looking at the reference over here, it gets a little faded, but at the beginning of the movie it's kind of bright, so I'm going to brighten it up. I'm going to throw this, what do we got? We got True Blue in here, and, let me see, yeah, towards the bottom of the hair it's darker, and then it kind of gets lighter as it goes up. I will color this with this blue, and then I will darken it later think that would help. But coloring is all about like layering your colors and, you know, just getting the desired look and feel that you want. But, you know, I'm sure if I were good enough I could just get it on the first try. But, you know, these colors are cool because you can almost get like a watercolor kind of effect if you layer them right and blend them right, which is kind of nice. So if you go over it right away, it'll kind of fade and kind of gives you a nice look. Sorry if the camera's shaking a lot. And then it goes into like a blonde color. Not super blonde, but just a little bit. Where's my rose? If I want, she's got a little bit of color in this picture over here. I can just throw like a little bit of, actually, here, let me see here. I have another color. Here's some of the newer colors. Oops, sorry. Some of the newer colors I got was a dusty rose. It's a light, almost like a grayish rose color. I got Deco Peach, got Deco Pink, and then I have Deco Pink Light. So I think I'll use this. Oh, gosh, sorry. And then last but not least, I have the Deco Pink. I already showed you that. Okay. So those will work well. This will work good on our face for just adding like a slight touches of color here. And I'll do it in the shadowy areas, so that way it'll just kind of like make her face look like it's got some color but still pale, like the white will be showing through. Really good. Let me go back to my reference. Okay. Cool. Hopefully you can see that good. I'm at a bit of an angle over here, but alright, so that's that. Again, I don't want to get too light or too dark in there in the face. I find it's best sometimes to just build it up lightly and slowly. Here's a really light yellowish. It's called Beach. This is from Blick. So as you can see, I have a lot of different instruments and tools that I use. But yep, whatever works. These colors I got for like facial tones and stuff. But it's a light yellow. I know it's not showing up too well on here, but it is a little darker than it looks on the video. So there we go. I'll have to see if I have a good in-between kind of yellow. Otherwise I gotta go with canary yellow, but yeah. I also have warm grays, which I could use if I wanted to, which might make for some shadows in the hair. I have a warm gray 1. Let me check that out. These are some more touch markers. See how this looks, see if it even shows up here. Not a whole lot at all. Okay, so I'll just forget about that. Warm gray 3. Let's see how that goes. There we go, that's it in a little something. It's a little dried out, so it's giving me kind of like When they start to dry out, they get a what's the word? I want to say raspy, but you know, where they kind of, they're not blending so well. It's kind of harder, and you know, when a marker just kind of dries out, it just kind of has that kind of look where it'll start real dark and then it'll just kind of fizzle out real quick. So you could use that to your advantage sometimes, but when you want a little more, you don't have it, it can suck. Alright, so added that a little bit. Yeah, that's the worst when your markers are running out and you really need them, especially if you're like at a show or something, at a comic convention, and you got a commission you got to work on, and oh no, my marker's dead. It could be hard to find replacements at shows sometimes. So, all right. Oops, that wasn't important. Okay. I'm gonna add the pink on the hair. Let me do that. Go back to my dark pink real quick. Alright. Again, I'm going to start out dark on the bottom and then lighten it up at the top. Alright. Gotta make sound effects every now and then just to keep myself, you know, into it. Markers can be good too for adding some additional rendering that if you want to leave out of your initial drawing, you know, you could use the colors to do some more rendering and lines and stuff like that. So always keep that in mind. Alright, now I want to get back to my, here's Deco Pink. So I will fade this up. Again, sometimes you can grab the darker color and kind of pull it up and kind of get a nice blend going. But I've found you just got to do it quick enough. If you wait too long, you know, it doesn't always work that well. But there's that. Okay. Do I want to add any more? Do I want to add any more? You know what, while I'm here, watch, I'm going to add a little, like, just make it look like it's bleeding a little bit, or like a shadow. Okay, that's that. What else? Here's this color, Carmine Red Light. Throw a little bit of that in there. It's got a little orangish tint to it. Yeah, that could work. We'll go with that. Alright. Cool. Alright, so I do see some, I want to add some shadow back here. And what, this is 30%. Okay, now on her clothing, her shirt is gray. Alright, so, and then it's got the highlights. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add this in here now. Keeping in mind where my shadows are going to be. Okay, and shadows of the folds here. Alright. Let's see. Okay, her sleeves have red stripes on both arms. If they do. And this one has like the blue kind of bleeding through on the red as well. So I'll cover this all with some gray for shadow. Her legs. I'll do gray as well as skin tone, but yeah. Depends on what reference I'm looking at. Sometimes it looks a little more gray, sometimes it looks more skin tone, but I'll just go with a little bit of both. How's that? Okay. Have some up here. Okay. Looking up here at this pudding necklace. It's gonna be like it's gold. So let's go ahead and tackle that right quick. I'm gonna go. Before I said I like to work light to dark on this, I'm gonna go dark to light because it's gold, and I want to have minimal highlights. So I'm gonna go dark first. The shadow area I'm doing with sienna brown. Okay. All right. Next step down, I'm doing goldenrod. Alright. Okay. Gold's always like a hard one for me to really capture. You know, when you're looking at the color, it's like, okay, yeah, I see the yellow in there, but then like there's this, you know, like nice brown that you could see. So this is how I tackle the gold. So I think a lot of it is about the highlights that you're catching. If you can get some good highlights in there, you can kind of pull it off real nice. So, alright, so that's that. Alright. And then, you know what? I'm gonna throw in this. This is another... Hey, where's the color? This is another burnt sienna, but this is from a different company, so this one is a little different. It's a little darker. But I'm gonna throw that in there as well. So let me... There we go. A little different with the darkness. I think that'll be cool. Alright, cool. I like that. Alright, and then her, this cuffling over here with the spikes, that's also gold. So I'm gonna do my darks first. Some right there. With the brush you can kind of get a nice gradient going. I like that. Alright, so there's my darks. Now I'm gonna reverse it. Or not reverse it, but just do what I did on the other side. Duplicate there. Alright, so now I'm going to do this burnt sienna. Or sienna brown, excuse me. Sienna brown. Alright, boom. Boom, boom. Okay. Goldenrod. Cool. Well, I hope you guys all had a nice Independence Day, 4th of July. We went to a friend's house, and they have actually a pretty decent view of downtown San Diego where we could see the Big Bay fireworks. And I counted at one point from where we were on a place called Dictionary Hill, I could see 9 different sets of fireworks going off at the same time. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Alright, other than that, we just enjoyed the day. I think we did some pool time. It's fun at the pool, relaxed. It was a good day. Alright, my wife did have to work a little bit, so that kind of wasn't wonderful, but we got through it. Okay, while I'm here, I could throw some brown on that. I will go dark with this burnt sienna brown. Now, alright, what I could do here, let me show you this. So, I got my shadow, and then I could leave this light area underneath for like a reflected light. Okay? So, we'll have our highlight up here, our shadow, and then maybe some reflected light down here. Alright. And so, again, adding some additional rendering in the markers never hurts. It adds to your piece. Okay, so this is going to be dark, so I will go in with a thick chisel, add my darkness over here, some shadow of that, the top of the hammer. Now, I know in the movie she had a baseball bat. I'm just using a little artistic license freedom here, and I gave her the good old traditional big old mallet that she would have, you know, in her yesteryear as Harley Quinn and the cartoons and all that. So just kind of having some fun mashing it up there. Again, doing some additional rendering in the marker. You know, and it works really nice with lights and darks, where you could have the dark marker underneath the light marker, and it just adds a really nice touch. Alright, so do I want to do goldenrod, or do I want to go with a different color brown? Let's see what I got. I have, okay, here's this. This is like a more reddish. This is Tuscan red. It's got maybe some of the same darkness, but it's a different hue, different kind of color. So I could do that. I have a dark brown. Could do that, but that's dark, so I'd want that to be down here. The light. Decisions. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to go with goldenrod. Let me try some of this in a little spot and see how it looks, because it's gonna be dark. But yeah, it's definitely darker. It's not gonna work up there. So I could throw the little darker spots in certain areas, but I do want something lighter. Okay, so let's go goldenrod, see how that works. My colors are kind of limited. I do have, actually, you know what? I have this, this is a walnut. This is the one I used earlier. Let me see how this looks. Let me check this out. Yeah, see, that's, that might be too dark. Okay, here's walnut. Or I'm sorry, this is goldenrod. This looks very similar to walnut actually, but it's a little more yellow. Alright, so I threw that down, just kind of went for it and see how that works. Gonna leave some white for the highlight. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I like it. Could work. Alright, now this up here I'm gonna do even lighter. Okay, but I can use the goldenrod for the darks up there. Kind of like feathery, kind of. Alright, and down here I'll do that. And then on the handle, I'm gonna do goldenrod as well. Okay. So on the reflected light, not sure what I want to do there yet. I could do goldenrod, or I could maybe do something else, like a blue, something that would be reflecting. You know, some kind of light. Could be off her skin. I don't know yet. Her glittery kind of underwear that she had on, slash shorts. Don't know what you want to call those, but whatever. Alright, speaking of which, here's some red. This is my brightest red, so I'm going to do the brightest red first. Okay. Christina Ricci's signature kind of goes over here. Sorry, Christina. I will not cover that up, but I do want to drop my reds in here. I already covered it up with the black, but you can still kind of see it coming through there. So, don't be mad at me. And then, you know, the black that I use, you can kind of still see through it. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw this all over it. It's going to give it a cool effect showing through. Alright. And again, this is like glittery, so I'm kind of doing a little, you know, having the white shine through, kind of speckled. Cool. Alright, we're getting there. So, still got, I gotta do red on here, so let me do that now. Leave some room for the white again. I will get darker. Oop.
Dad, remember?
Oh yeah, nice. Hold on, let me, stay right there, let me get a picture of this.
Okay.
Show me. Oh yeah. Nice. Oh, you got the caps in there? There you go. Nice. Alright, there's my Harley Quinn reference. There's a sketch cover. Cool, we're almost at 45 minutes. Thanks for hanging out, guys. It's a process, you know, it's a process. And that's why you get paid money for this stuff, you know? It takes time. Alright, so, let me get that. And make sure it's in focus. Okay. Alright, so throw the red over here too. Again, this is in my picture I have up on the computer in the reference. It's got some blue going through it, but it's still very much red, but it just kind of, the blue bleeds into it, so we'll mess with that. Okay, and then this red is covered up because the sleeve is folded. Got the folds covering that up there, so. Alright. Her glove is shiny red. I could do that right now too. Why not? Let's do it. And then I think the, let me see, 1, 2. Hey buddy.
What, dude? Oh, you're on the phone?
Yeah, I'm recording this coloring. It looks like it's probably almost time for dinner, so I might have to skedaddle. And I will finish this. Maybe do a part 2. But, we'll see. Alright. Okay. So when I'm doing this, I just want to keep in mind, like, I'm trying to think, okay, where am I going to put my dark reds? Where's my darker color gonna go? You know, all that good stuff. Where are my highlights? So I'm kind of like blocking in shapes, you know. So this will be in shadow. And then over here. Now her batting glove does have some blue on it. It looks like it kind of goes up around the back and over this pinky figure, maybe, but I kind of already colored it red, so maybe I'll just color Bluebird. I don't know, but all right. Okay, her belt is like goldenish yellow. On here, I'm gonna add some pink. The pink is already out. Where is it? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Ah, it's in my ear. Look at that. It's been sitting there for I don't know how long. Okay. I love putting stuff in my ear. It's a great holding spot. Okay. So, because this is speckled and shimmery, I'm gonna do some pink in there. So I'll help with that. Okay. Alright, cool. That works. And then again, if I want to go in and throw some white out or pearl white over that, I could do that and kind of add some more extra shimmers. Okay, gosh, what else? Well, I am going to call it quits. I'm going to go see if dinner's ready. I will come back to this and I'll finish up on a part 2, but there you go. You can kind of see how it's coming. And thanks for tuning in. I will talk to you guys soon. Have a good one.
Peace.